Close the door with the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike three.
Lined into left field for a base hit. Hit in the air. That's going to be the second baseman. They have a chance for two, and they got him.
Run. The throw is in time for the out.
Lifted high into left field. Ball is way back, and that ball is way gone.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Welcome to Southbrook Park and to Larimer Field here in Thompson, softball fans. James Martin's back here with you on yourliveevent.com on our Irie Insurance pregame show. Get the insurance protection you want with the customer service you deserve. They cover it all. IrieINS.com for a free quote today. And again, here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, it's the Thompson Tommies hosting the Grafton Spoilers in girls softball action on yourliveevent.com. Coming up, we'll have comments from both head coaches on the way. We'll talk with head coach Courtney Hernandez from Grafton and then Matt Chandler from Thompson next on yourliveevent.com.
I think it's fair to say you pay more now than ever before to operate your vehicles. We've got some relief. I'm Chris Moen with Nodak Insurance. Our auto customers are driving safer with fewer accidents, and for many that translates into lower premiums. If you're not seeing lower rates with your insurance company, call me to compare. You might save some money, and you will get better service. Call me today at 757-1613, or stop by one of my locations at 1913 South Washington in Grand Forks or 207 Main Street in Dakota.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show ahead of today's contest between Grafton and Thompson girls softball action, joined by the head coach of the Grafton Spoilers and Courtney Hernandez. And Courtney, I think the weather kind of has impacted the season, let's just say. Just, I believe, 9 games on the schedule this year. But what do you feel like your team has learned the most and progressed the most on in those first 9 games?
We definitely learned how to be flexible, have to practice inside, be outside, and not get to do our normal routines that we get to when we're outside, but we're working through it and using when we can and taking the best of it.
It's your first opportunity to take on this Thompson Tommy squad. Of course, you know Matt Chandler's got a good unit, and it's at their home diamond. Your thoughts on how you'll attack them today?
No, I think it's going to be a good game. Today's going to be a good learning game. We'll definitely be seeing them in the regional tournament, so today I think will be a good time for us to see what we got going on and take advantage of this opportunity. We're not going to count the region standing right now, but learn from what we see today and go from there. It's going to be a good matchup.
You mentioned that regional tournament, having the ability to host at least the semifinals and one game as well in the quarterfinals on your home diamond. It's got to be a good feeling.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. We have a big group of seniors this year, so it's kind of sweet to be able to celebrate that at our home field and be with them there. So it's pretty exciting to be there.
I know with only 9 games on the schedule coming into this one, it's taken a little bit of time to learn a lot, so to speak. What do you feel like your team has yet to improve upon before the regional tournament?
Definitely bringing our at-bats is going to be our biggest key to go far into the tournament. I feel like we have a pretty solid defense behind us, but bringing that offense in is going to be our key there.
Grafton head girls softball coach Courtney Hernandez joining us here on the Irie Insurance pregame show. Coach, thanks for the time. Best of luck today.
Yeah, thanks.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
The Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner West is there for the dig back set. Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
On our Irie Insurance pregame show ahead of this afternoon's girls softball contest between Thompson and Grafton, joined by the Thompson head girls softball coach and Matt Chandler. And Matt, as we get to this rivalry clash with Grafton, the brackets are already finalized, so no seedings, no improvement to make there. But of course, it's a rivalry contest, and you want to make sure your ladies bring your A game.
Yeah, today is about getting right for Saturday and keeping everybody healthy and again, getting their minds ready for the tournament coming up.
Taking a look here, a tough loss to the Botno Stars. They've got a heck of a program up there in the Northland. Before that, a couple of big wins over Velvet Drake Animus and West Fargo Horace. Of course, all at that big jamboree there at the Fargo North Complex. Your thoughts on how that went and what the girls learned from that?
We played a really good first game against Velvet Drake Animus. Really fought ourselves against Horace, and then on Saturday matched up against a good Botno team. Their pitcher was electric, and we struggled, and they got a couple in extra innings, and that was enough.
You got a Grafton team that's certainly capable of being the region champions. They've got some great quality athletes in some prime spots. Your thoughts on seeing the Spoilers?
Yeah, senior led squad. Johnson in the circle is going to do a good job. Suri Olsen at short she's tough. They're going to give us their best shot, and whoever plays clean and makes plays and throws more strikes is going to be successful today.
What things do you still need to clean up there from your team before you hit the postseason?
A lot of it's mental. It's we're doing the little things now, but it's when mistakes do happen, moving on. And we've really grown as a team and picking each other up, and not dwelling on the mistakes has really been key to us here the last few weeks.
Head coach Matt Chandler joining us here on the IRE Insurance pregame show, head of Thompson Grafton girls softball. Matt, thanks for the time.
Thank you very much.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rewarding tour on dirt. The most wanted baddest outlaws and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back here on our Irie Insurance pregame show, at a little soundboard issue there, so we should be back on and rolling here from Larimer Field in Southbrook Park. James Martin sending out with you here. Was going over the Region 2 softball bracket, so let's go over it again here. Mapleport CG in the quarterfinals will host the winner of Midway Minto Northern Lights. Pembina County North, Nelson County Dakota will meet in a quarterfinal matchup. Langdon area Edmore Munich Thompson will meet in a quarterfinal matchup, and Grafton will take on the winner of Larimore and Carrington. We'll have the Larimore-Carrington play-in game and the Thompson-Langdon quarterfinal on yourliveevent.com. I'll have more on that as we get going. But again, Grafton and Thompson, it's the first time these two teams have met this year. And so does not count in the standings. But both teams, of course, rivalry contest. You want to get a win either way. Let's take a look now at our American Crystal Sugar Company starting lineups. Live the sweet life. Great careers. Quality products grow our own. CrystalSugar.com. Starters here for the Grafton Spoilers. We'll go with their starting lineup here first. And starting off, leading off for the Spoilers, it's the shortstop, senior number 4, Siri Olson, batting second. The senior catcher, number 24, Haley Berg, batting third. It's the senior pitcher, number 11, Nicole Johnson, batting fourth. It's the senior third base, number 34, Emma Hagen, batting fifth. It's Claire Olson, the senior second baseman, number 23. Batting sixth, Annalise Fredrickson at first base, senior, or Addison Fredrickson, excuse me. Jocelyn Degeldare, the sophomore, batting seventh, the left fielder. Batting eighth, the right fielder, Emma Johnner, the junior, number 12, and batting ninth, it's the center fielder, junior, number 13, Mattia Schopp. It's the starting lineup for head coach Courtney Hernandez, assisted by Mandy Hagen. Starters here now for the Thompson Tommies. Tommies here going to lead off with the center fielder. Number 3, a sophomore, Maya Warkin, batting second. It's the senior second base, number 2, Drew Schwab. Batting third, it's the sophomore shortstop, number 13, Kaya Hurst. Batting fourth, the senior pitcher, number 1, Cindy Schwabe. Batting fifth, it's the senior at third base, number 10, Marley Kurtz. Batting sixth, it's the sophomore catcher, number 12, Fiona Hendrickson. Batting seventh, the designated player, the freshman, number 5, Cindy Eliason. Batting eighth, the left fielder, number 11, Claire Colling, a sophomore. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 4, freshman Andy Schwab. That's the starters for head coach Matt Chandler, assisted by Maggie Fermo. As we get underway here, Siri Olson at the dish there and Cindy Schwabe getting things started here with 2 balls. They had a strike. They're in the top of the first. Grounder, and that'll get past third base. Well, we'll give that a hit there for Siri Olson. And we'll bring in here Berg. Berg, the catcher, number 24, the runner on first. And nobody out here on that Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moen's scoreboard. See how Chris can be an agent with answers in Grand Forks and Dakota. Pitch to strike, count goes to 0-1 after the leadoff single by Olson. Pitch to strike as well, makes it 0-2. Hagen on deck and Olson in the hole there for the Spoilers. Popped up, that's going to go back towards us. Ding. Ding, roll, as the count remains at 0-2. Schwabe, the 0-2 pitch. That's a little high. Count goes to 1-2. Again, this game does not have an impact on the Region 2 standings. The brackets are already finalized. Grafton will await the winner of Carrington-Larimore. Thompson will face Langdon here on Saturday. Popped up, Drew Schwab and Abby Olson underneath of it. Olson will claim it. Pop fly to first for the first out of the inning. Brings in now Nicole Johnson. Johnson, the pitcher number 11, left-handed batter, with the runner on first and now one out on the board. Pitch is a ball. Count goes 1-0 to Johnson. Hagen on deck again, and Olson in the hole. Pitch to strike. Count goes now 1-1. Schwabe, pitch. Nice zinger out to left. Snag there by Claire Colling. Fly out to left for the second out of the inning. Hangs the runner at first, and that brings in Hagen. Hagen, third base, number 34, senior. Right-handed batter with one down and two outs here in the top of the first. First pitch, low that time. Toss back to first. Tag won't be quite in time, but a good effort there by the catcher spot there for Hendrickson to fire it over to Olson for a chance. It's the pitch, grounder, foul. Now it goes to 1-1 there for Hagen. Olson on deck and Fredrickson in the hole. Schwabe, the 1-1 pitch, grounder, roller, third, toss to first in time for the 5-3 out to close out the inning. No runs off of one hit. No errors, no earned, and one left on base. And took 15 pitches to get out of that first inning there for Sydney Schwabe. We remain scoreless here after the top of the first on the Nodak Insurance Company agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Bottom of the first year on yourliveevent.com. James Martin's back here with you. We're scoreless on the Nodak Insurance Company, agent Grand Forks, Lakota, agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. And the Tommies will fire things up there with Warkin, Schwab, Drew Schwab, that is, and Hurst. Top three in the order, center fielder, second base, and the shortstop. These Thompson Tommy girls have had a pretty decent year. Tough break for them in the volleyball. Lost two of these Grafton Spoilers in the regional semifinals, who eventually lost to champions Mayport CG, who probably had the best year as far as Classic Region 2 teams. Workin takes the ball. Thompson girls made it to the state girls basketball tournament, Class A, of course, falling to eventual runner-up South Prairie Max in the semifinals, finishing in third place there to Thompson. 2-0 pitch there for Nicole Johnson. Gets the first strike of the game for her. Grafton, as mentioned earlier, they made it to the region championship in volleyball. Fell in the regional I guess you could call it play-in game to Four Winds Minnewacan. Girls basketball action. It's working now ahead of the count 3-1. Gets a hold of that one, popped up, and Fredrickson's underneath of it, gets it at first. One down here. Brings in Drew Schwab. Second base, senior, number 2, right-handed batter. First pitch, strike, 0-1. Hurst on deck, Schwabe in the hole. There for the Tommies. As Johnson, there's the pitch, it's popped up, foul back again.
Brady Schwab awaiting the catch. The foul ball there from Daughter. As that's dinged into the shallow left field for a base hit. Brings in here now Kaya Hurst, shortstop, number 13. Right-handed batter there for the Tommies. Thompson, 12-7. They have played by far the most games this season in Region 2. There's a smasher to the wall. Schwab will come around to third on a stand-up double there. On the first pitch as well for Kaya Hurst. Schwab moves to third, Hurst over to second. And still just one out on the board there for Sidney Schwabe, the senior pitcher. Number 1, right-handed batter. And the Tommies, they have played the most games this season at 19, the second most. The team that's at the top of the Region 2 standings, Mayport CG, they played 14. They're 13-1. There's a strike there to Schwabe. Count goes 0-1. Langdon area Edmore Munich, the opponent on Saturday for Thompson, has played 12, as has Nelson County Dakota. Dinger out to center field, and that gets over the center fielder's glove. 1-0 score, and slide is not in time. So Drew Schwab's going to score the first run of the game. Hurst coming around is thrown out at home for the second out of the inning. And we'll give Schwabe a double, advancing to third on the run home with 1 RBI. That's how we settle all that there. And again, a 1-0 lead for the Tommies. The Chris Moa, Nodak Insurance Agent, Grand Forks, Dakota scoreboard. It's now 3 straight hits there for the Tommies. I mentioned Nelson County, Dakota, Langdon area, Edmore Munich, each playing 12 games. Pembina County North, 11. That one's high to Marley Kurtz. Count goes to 1-0. U.S. games season. Kurtz gets a hold of that one, and it drops into the glove of the right fielder to close out the inning. Finish that thought. Fewest games on the year. Northern Lights with 9. And Grafton as well. Only 9 games so far this year. 1 run off of 3 hits. There were no errors. 1 earned run, and there was 1 left on base. Pitch count for Johnson here in that inning. Not a lot. Through just 12 pitches. Tommies will end the bottom of the first with a 1-0 lead here on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks, and Lakota scoreboard.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
1-0 our scores. We head to the top of the second on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. Claire Olson, Addison Fredrickson, and Jocelyn Diggledare due up here for the Spoilers. 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Olson second base, Fredrickson first base, Diggledare the left fielder. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. Pitch now 0-2. Thompson has played some quick varsity contests here this season, as that's popped up and out of play. Count remains at 0-2. A few of their games have gone an hour or less, including one we had down a classic in Kindred, as Tommies get the win over Kindred Richland. Olson strikes out that time in 4 for the first out of the inning. That'll bring in Addison Fredrickson, the first base, number 2, right-handed batter. First strikeout of the game for Cindy Schwabe, by the way. That's foul down the third base line. Count goes to 0-1. Schwabe, a 1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Schwabe looking to keep it going here. 0-2 pitch. It's a ball that time. Head coach Courtney Hernandez for the Spoilers saying her team's at-bats needed to come alive by the time the region tournament happens. Right now in a little bit of slump, put 2 outs on the board with Jocelyn Tagle there, the left fielder, number 6. First pitch, foul to the backstop. 0-1's the count. Johnner on deck and Shop in the hole for the Spoilers. 2 down here in the top of the second. A 1-0 lead for the Tommies. That bounced inside. Count goes to 1-1. Nobody on. Nobody moves. It does get away from the catcher here momentarily. Schwabe, 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Making quick work here. Trying to strike out the side in 4 pitches each. If she can get a strike here. 1-2 pitch. Got her down. Schwabe strikes out the side in 12 pitches. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned, nobody on. Left on, that is. Bottom of the second we go here on YourLiveEvent.com. The Thompson Tommies lead the Grafton Spoilers on the Nodak Insurance Company. Chris Moen, Agent Grant Forks and Dakota scoreboard on YourLiveEvent.com.
Not everyone can get Secret Service level protection, but with Irie Insurance you can. You see, we've got your back, protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, and so much more. Ensuring you've got the protection you need and all your questions answered faster than you can say classified information. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Bottom of the second, grounder, few hops to short, toss to first, is dropped. Error there. Credit to the first base. It's Fiona Hendrickson aboard. First error of the game. And we do have a courtesy runner coming in there for the Tommies. It's Layla Gemmel. Gemmel will come in to run the bases there for Hendrickson. Of course, the catcher. Common move to get her gear on. So we have a runner aboard and nobody down in the bottom of the second. And that brings in Cindy Eliason, the freshman designated player, number 5, right-handed batter. Collins on deck and Schwab in the hole. Andy Schwab, that is, in the hole for the Tommies, would close out the order the first time through. Nicole Johnson's first pitch, it's inside for ball 1. Neither of these pitchers have given up a walk yet. Cindy Schwabe, a hit allowed and 3 strikeouts. And Johnson, 3 hits allowed, no strikeouts, 1 earned run. Ball 2 to Eliason. Johnson, 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss. 2-1. Spoilers in the white jerseys with the maroon letters, block style, a little bit of an arch as well. Maroon numbers outlined in gold on the front and back of the jersey. The pitch strike count goes 2-2 as Johnson battles to even the count here. Johnson, there's the pitch, swing and a miss. Eliason goes down in 5. First out of the inning. That'll bring in the lefty Claire Colling, the left fielder. First pitch, dinged her on the back. That's free base. Gemmel goes over to second. Colling over to first. Still just one out on the board here. As brings in another lefty there in Andy Schwab. First pitch. Ball. Count goes 1-0. Pitch fouled back. Count goes now to 1-1. Johnson, the 1-1 pitch. Low ball 2. Johnson, 2-1. Nice seamer there for Andy Schwab. 1 will score, and 2 will score, and a 2 RBI double for Andy Schwab, bringing home Gemmel and Colling to make it 3-0 Thompson. And bring up the next batter there, and top of the order, Maya Workin. One-0 pitch. Ball. Count goes now to 2-0. And again, a 3-0 lead on that Nodak Insurance Company, agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. Three balls now for Workin. 3-0 pitch. Strike 1. Three and 1, the count here. Johnson, 3-1 pitch. And she'll get aboard on a walk. Runners now at first and second, still one down, a 3-0 lead for the Tommies here in the bottom of the second against the Grafton Spoilers. Here comes Drew Schwab. Schwab on the day, 1 for 1, a base hit and a run scored. First pitch, the ball. Count goes to 1-0. One-0 pitch. Strike 1. Hurst on deck. Schwabi in the hole here for the Tommies. Johnson, 1-1 pitch. That's a little high. 2-1 now. And the Region 2 Girls Softball Tournament live from Grafton on yourliveevent.com with semifinal games Monday and Tuesday. A Squibbler. Oh, wow, that's a nice play. Siri Olsen says, "I'll be out, girl," at third base. Gets the force out there for the second out of the inning. It was going to be an error off of third base, but Olsen comes in the clutch. Runners remain at first and second now with 2 outs on the board as Hurst pops that out of play. So Drew Schwab gets on due to the fielder's choice. Workin moves over to second, and score remains 3-0. That pitch a little inside there, 1-1 to Hurst. Schwabi on deck and Kurtz in the hole. That'd be all 9 batters seen in the second for Thompson. 1-1 pitch, popped up. This one will drop into the left fielder's glove. Nice carry. Nice coverage there on a fly out to left to end the second. So we go to the top of the third. Thompson leads 3-0. There were 2 runs on, let's see here. 1 hit, 1 error. 1 run was earned of the 2, and there were 2 left on base. 3-0. Thompson holds the lead over Grafton as we go to the top of the third here on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Top of the third on YourLiveEvent.com. On the Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. Thompson 3, Grafton 0. As it is Johnner, Shop, and Olson. 8, 9, and 1 in the order for Grafton. Schwabe has struck out each of the last 3 batters that she's faced. First pitch. Ball that time. Count goes to 1-0 there to Johnner. Right fielder, number 12. Schwabe, there's the pitch. Ball, 2-0. 2-0 pitch. Strike 1. First batter up here in the top of 3. That's fouled away. Emma Johnner, the catcher, or the junior, rather. And there's a strikeout there, and 5 this time. 4 in a row for Cindy Schwabe. First out of the inning there in the top of the third. There's the pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1 there to Shop. Ball 1-1. Into Matthias Shop, the junior center fielder. How's that one back to make the count 1-2. Schwabe, the 1-2 pitch. Got her down again. 5 straight for Sydney Schwabe. Reason Siri Olsen, the only hit on the game for Grafton. First pitch, popped up, and that will go just out of play for Abby Olsen at the top of the dugout. Count goes to 0-1 with Berg on deck and Johnson in the hole here. 1 pitch, 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Now 2-1 on the ball there for Cindy Schwabe. She's thrown just 5 balls amongst 7 strikes. Popped up. Olsen underneath of it this time, and she'll close out the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no earned runs, nobody left on base. 5 straight strikeouts ended by that pop fly for Cindy Schwabe. Going to the bottom of the third, 3-0 Thompson on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
Bottom of the third here on yourliveevent.com. As there's a second pitch there to Cindy Schwabe. Pitcher 1 for 1, an RBI double. Back in the first. 1-1 pitch. Outside now 2-1. Or 1-2 rather. Schwabe. 1-2 pitch. Schwabe fouls it back there, 1-2. Johnson, the 1-2 pitch. And Schwabe's got a dance to get away from that one, 2-2 now. Kurtz on deck, and Hendrickson in the hole here for Thompson. With that 3-0 lead here in the bottom of 3. 2-2 pitch. Popped up, and that'll drop. Shallow right field for a base hit. And then I'll bring up here Marley Kurtz, third base, number 10. Right-handed batter, a fly out to right in her first at bat. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1. Hendrickson on deck and Eliason there in the hole. There's the pitch, there's a strike, 0-2 now. Johnson, 0-2 pitch. 1-2. The runner now on first, and nobody out here in the bottom of 3. 1-2 pitch, grounder. Olsen swallows it up, tossed to second in time, tossed to first is not. So Schwabe is out on the force, and Kurtz gets on due to the fielder's choice. One down here now in the bottom of 3, and that brings in Fiona Hendrickson. Hendrickson, the catcher, got on due to an error. Allowed Layla Gemmel to score a run. First pitch. One inside, ball 1. Cole Johnson, a run given up in the first, 2 in the second. She tries to settle in here in the third as Hendrickson pops it foul. Once again, boy, the top of the press box is just getting hammered here today. Johnson, the 1-1 pitch. 0-2. Eliason on deck and Colling in the hole here for the Tommies. And they'll play Langdon Ariadne Munich back here on Saturday. 2-1 pitch. Grounder right to Olsen. Toss to second well in time. Toss to first is not. Once again, Kurtz out on the force out. And Hendrickson's aboard on a fielder's choice. Gemmel coming back out to run those bases. 2 down here now in the bottom of 3. That brings in Cindy Eliason, designated player, freshman number 5. Right-handed batter, struck out in her first at bat. First pitch, grounder. That squibbles fair. Toss to first is in time for the 2-3 out to close out the inning. No runs off of 1 hit. There were no errors, no earned, and there was 1 left on base. Through 3 here on yourliveevent.com. Score remains the same. Thompson 3, Grafton nothing. Going to the top of the 4th here on yourliveevent.com.
I think it's fair to say you pay more now than ever before to operate your vehicles. We've got some relief. I'm Chris Moen with Nodak Insurance. Our auto customers are driving safer with fewer accidents, and for many that translates into lower premiums. If you're not seeing lower rates with your insurance company, call me to compare. You might save some money, and you will get better service. Call me today at 757-1613, or stop by one of my locations at 1913 South Washington in Grand Forks or 207 Main Street in Dakota.
It's the North Dakota All-Star Gathering on your live event, as we'll have coverage of the Shields Softball All-Star Series on June 3rd and 4th.
Closey with the 0-2 pitch.
the Optimist Volleyball Series on June 10th and 11th.
Right corner, West is there for the dig. Backs at Bogenry for another kill.
Plus, the Lions All-Star Basketball Series on July 15th and 16th.
Really nice quality second half. Goes off the backboard for the duck to Carson Yale.
For more information, go to yourliveevent.com.
Top of the fourth on yourliveevent.com. Cindy Schwabe going to work early. An 0-2 count there for Berg. Berg 0 for 1 on the day. Pop fly to first base. There's a ball. Count goes to 1-2. Cindy Schwabe. 5 strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed. No runs and no walks. No hit batters either. It's a nice fling of the bat right to Claire Colling out in the left field for the first out of the inning. Brings in Nicole Johnson. Johnson, the pitcher on the day, 0 for 1. A fly out to left, back in the first. Thompson defense making quick work of these Grafton batters. First pitch, a strike count goes 0-1. Hagen on deck and Olsen in the hole. Nobody on and 1 down here in the top of the fourth. Pitch is low, 1-1. Again, just about a half hour into this one, and we're already into the top of the fourth. 1-1 pitch here, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Johnson, right out to center field. Warkin's able to cover it there. 2 down here now. It brings in Hagen. As Emma Hagen, the senior, third base, 0 for 1 with a ground out to end the first. Nobody on, 2 down here in the top of the fourth. First pitch, Hagen fouls it. Count goes 0-0-1. Claire Olsen on deck and Addison Fredericks into the hole here for the Spoilers. 6-3 on the year. And in this new bracket format, they are the top seed from the North Division. 1-1, that's fouled. 1-2 now the count. So if this is the case going forward, depending upon if any other teams get added, there might be maybe on the schedule 2 games for your respective division and 1 game against each opponent of the other division. It's usually how those things work. Allows you to play some non-region opponents as well. Strikeout there. 4 pitches looking that time. Strikeout number 6 for Cindy Schwabe. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base for the 3rd straight inning. And Thompson holds the lead to the bottom of the 4th. 3-0 on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard.
It's the most prestigious, challenging rep warning tour on dirt. The most wanted, baddest outlaws, and the most powerful late models on the planet. The world of outlaws, King's Late Models.
Bottom of the 4th, 3-0 Thompson. Leading Grafton here on yourliveevent.com on the Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. See how Chris can be an agent with answers. I know it's small, but you can probably still scan that QR code on the bottom left-hand corner of your screen for more information. As Thompson goes back to the bats here in the bottom of 4. It's Colling, Schwab, Andy Schwab, that is, and Warkin. 8-9-1 is Colling. Sends it to the fields. Might have queued up an insurance claim as well. Count goes to 0-1 there for Colling. Colling got on as a hit batter back in the 2nd. Pitch to strike. Count goes to 0-2. Nicole Johnson settling in after giving up a couple in the 2nd. Has not given up any since. Giving up just 1 hit so far in the 3rd and now 4th inning. The ball rolls away, 1-2. Andy Schwab on deck, 1 for 1. And working in the hole is 0 for 1. The game with the walk drawn. First batter up here in the bottom of 4 as the sun is starting to come out here at Larimer Field. That's my favorite out in all of baseball. Softball, don't even have to try. Just scoop the glove down, and there you go. Unassisted ground out there to first base for the first out of the inning. Bringing the bottom of the order there in Andy Schwab. 1-0 the count to Schwab. Nobody on and 1 down here. Bottom of 4. Pitch, a little high. Count goes 2-0. Johnson, 2-0 pitch. High as well, 3-0. And Schwab, a 2 RBI double. Back in the second. Getting Gemmel and Colling aboard. Pitches outside. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk drawn by Andy Schwab. That'll bring in Maya Workin the leadoff batter. 0 for 1 with the walk drawn. First pitch, strike. Count goes 0-1. Drew Schwab on deck. Kaya Hurst in the hole there for the Tommies. 0-1 pitch. Workin gets a hold of that one, and that drops into right field. Tossed to second, won't be in time. So a base hit there for Workin. Move Schwab over to second. Still just 1 down there for Drew Schwab on the day. 1 for 2 with a base hit. Back in the first. First pitch. Drew Schwab fouls it back. Count goes 0-1. Hurst 1 for 2 on the day on the deck, and Schwabi 2 for 2 in the hole. Nice line drive there. Andy Schwab hustling to get home, and she does. RBI single from Drew Schwab, scoring Andy Schwab. Runners now at the corners, and 1 out on the board. 2 back-to-back hits there for Thompson. Pitches the ball, and Drew Schwab scampers on over to second with our first stolen base of the game. 1-0 is the pitch to Kaya Hurst. 1-0 pitch. That's now 2-0. Again, let's update that. Chris Moen, Nordak Insurance Company, Agent Grand Forks, Dakota. Scoreboard now 4-0 Thompson. 2-0 pitch. A little low and outside, now 3-0. Johnson. In the windup, there's the 3-0 pitch. Good seamer there for Hurst to the wall. A 2 RBI double for Kaya Hurst. Bringing home Workin and Drew Schwab for the second time today. Makes it now 6-0 Thompson. Still just 1 out on the board. Sidney Schwabi, 2 for 2 on the day with a double, or with a pair of singles, I should say. No, a double and a single, yes, with an RBI as well. Count goes to 2-0 now. To Schwabi. Johnson, the 2-0 pitch. Schwabi, foul. 2-1 now. 1 run in the first, 2 in the second, and 3 in the fourth. None in the third. For Thompson on their day. 3-1 now for Sidney Schwabi. Walk. 3 straight hits the last 4 batters for the Tommies. Schwabi will take a chance at that. Cuts it back. Full count. Kurtz on deck. Hendrickson in the hole there for the Tommies. And a nice grounder there through the infield. Another base hit for Schwabi. Runner goes and slide and score for Kaya Hurst. Another RBI single there for Sidney Schwabe. And again, that makes it now 7-0 Thompson here in the fourth. Three runs away from putting up the 10-run threshold and possibly trying to conclude this game here in the top of the fifth. First pitch. Swing fouled back. Count goes 0-1 there for Kurtz. Kurtz on the day 0 for 2. Fly out. But did get on due to a fielder's choice. Schwabe over there on first. Johnson, the 0-1 pitch. Got a hold of that one, and that goes into the glove of the center fielder. Nice snag there by Shop out in center field. Second out of the inning. Brings in Fiona Hendrickson. Hendrickson, the catcher, 0 for 2. Well, got on both times, though, due to an error in a fielder's choice. First pitch, ball, runner goes for the steal, and Schwabe's got to get there. Second steal of this inning for Thompson. Schwabe now in scoring position. And the count's at 1-0 to Hendrickson. 1-0 pitch. 2-0 now. Two innings ago, the Tommies were able to bring 7 batters to the box. This inning, they'll bring at least 8, and they're 1 ball away from bringing 9 with Eliason on deck. 3-0 pitch. Strike 1. Cole Johnson, just 1 strikeout on the game so far. Got to battle back for another one here. Hendrickson. Toss to first is in time to close out the inning, 6-3. On the ground out, but 4 more runs come across off of 4 more hits. There were no errors. All 4 runs were earned, and there was 1 left on base. 7-0 our score as we head to the top of the 5th on YourLiveEvent.com. Again, Thompson 7, Grafton 0 of the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard.
At Enbridge, we believe sustainability is the foundation of our success. How well we perform as a steward of our environment, a safe operator of essential energy infrastructure, a good neighbor, and a diverse employer defines our success. Learn more about Enbridge's environmental, social, and governance commitments and our Indigenous Reconciliation Plan at enbridge.com.
Top of the 5th on YourLiveEvent.com. James Martin hanging out with you here on that Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moe and Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. Thompson 7, Grafton 0. Weather-wise, it started out a little gloomy. In fact, there was a brief shower before the game started. Sun is starting to come out a little bit. Still mainly overcast skies. Could see some weather later on this week, around the weekend. Right now, it looks like the best chance of that is Saturday. Could see some more tomorrow as well. First pitch, popped up, and just dropped it, but fair. That'll go down as an E6. Hurst couldn't quite haul it in. That was a tough play. As Claire Olson, the second base, gets aboard. Brings in Addie Fredrickson. Fredrickson 0 for 1 with a strikeout. First pitch from Schwabe. And swinging a miss there that time by Fredrickson. Degaldere on deck and Johnner in the hole here for the Spoilers. Grafton looking for their first run of the game here. Grafton was shut out earlier this season by Mayport CG 15-0. Only time they have failed to score at least 4 runs in a game. Swinging a miss there for Frederickson. 0-2 is the count now. 0-2 pitch. Well, high, 1-2. They're 9 games this season, a 17-12 loss to West Fargo Horse to open things up. Then back-to-back wins over Pembina County North, 11-5, and Nelson County Dakota, 17-1. As Frederickson goes down on strikes, first out of the inning. And it's the 7th strikeout of the game as well for Cindy Schwabe. As that one got away, well, when you throw 7 strikeouts, you're allowed a pitch that you'd like to have back. It does allow the runner to get over to second there on the wild pitch. Pitches the ball as well, 2-0. Schwabe's not giving up a walk yet today, just the 1 hit by Siri Olsen to start things out. Popped up, and not quite enough room there. 2-1 is the count. Again, Grafton with that 17-1 win over Nelson County Dakota, then that 15-0 loss to Mayport CG. Then rattling off 3 straight wins against region opponents. Grounder to third, toss to first. Nice snag by Abby Olsen. 5-3 out for the second out of the inning. Does move the runner over to third. Brings in here Johnner. Emma Johnner, right fielder, number 12, right-handed batter, 0 for 1 on the day with a strikeout. Those 3 wins for Grafton consecutively against regional opponents. In fact, you could call them, I guess, now divisional opponents. Midway Minto 13-11, Northern Lights 23-0, and Larimore 16-6. Well, Larimore is technically in the South Division. As that's popped up, and it drops in. Toss first is in time for the 4-3 out. Little unconventional, but the Tommies picked that one up to keep the shutout alive. No runs off of no hits. There was 1 error, no earned, and 1 left on base. The score remains 7-0 in favor of the Tommies. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Finish out that schedule thought for Grafton. After that 3-game winning streak, they fell to Botno in the midseason madness, 10-4, and then defeated Langdon Area Edmore Munich, 9-7. Bottom of the 5th we go. Thompson needs 3 to close out the game. Otherwise, we'll go to a 6. But bottom of the 5th coming up here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
Bottom of the 5th we go on YourLiveEvent.com. 7-0. Thompson with the lead over Grafton. That Nodak Insurance Company, Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. As Thompson will come up here with 7, 8, and 9 in the batting order. First pitch. Strike count goes 0-1 there to Eliason. A 1 pitch. Eliason popped up, and Frederickson couldn't quite get there. Count goes 0-2 now. Pitch. Swing and a miss, or a foul back. Count remains at 0-2 there for Eliason. It's fouled back. Oh, boy. Brady Schwab collecting that one. Count remains at 0-2. Fouled again. Count still at 0-2 there for Eliason. 0-2 on the game for Eliason there as well. As Johnson, 0-2 pitch. It's outside 1-2. One-two pitch. Popped up, foul out of play. Eliason keeps fighting here. Just one ball. And this will be pitch number 8 of the plate appearance there for Cindy Eliason. 1-2 pitch, outside, 2-2. Longest battle of the day. For either side, I do believe. 2-2 pitch, that's low and inside. And Eliason's battled all the way back. This will be pitch number 10 of this battle here. Full count pitch. Got a hold of that one, and that one will drop in the gap in right field. For a base hit there. 10 pitches in. And the right fielder looks a little bit slow to get up. That's not good for Grafton. That's Johnner out and right. Oh, no. And she is favoring that right ankle there. So we're going to take a quick break here while they bring someone off the bench. Tough break there for the Grafton Spoilers. 7-0 Thompson here on YourLiveEvent.com.
A game without a crowd is just a scrimmage. A performance without an audience is just a rehearsal. Without your presence, high school sports and the performing arts aren't possible. Ensure that these essential extracurricular activities continue to enrich the lives of students in North Dakota. Purchase a ticket to your local high school's game or performance.
This message presented by the NDHSAA and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And back here as we are in the bottom of the 5th, Emma Johnner with that apparent right ankle injury has to be helped off, and not exactly sure who replaced her out and right as that one goes out to left, and nice snag there by the left fielder. And Degeldare. I believe Reese Olson, the senior, went out to right field to replace Johnner. Pitch to Andy Schwab is a strike. After Collings fly out to left. One down and one on. And an 0-1 pitch to Schwab. That's a little high now, 1-1. Johnson. 1-1 pitch. Outside, 2-1. Top of the order and working on deck. Drew Schwab in the hole here for the Tommies. Trying to close things out. And pick up another win here. That's popped up. Catcher goes after it, and she's got it. Pop fly to the catcher in 4 pitches for the second out of the inning. We're closing in on an hour into this one. Werner remains on first, brings in Maya working on the day, 1 for 2. She's been working her way to get on the base. I've been waiting all year for that one. Two times today. Walk and a single. First pitch. Low and inside, strike. Drew Schwab on deck, Kaya Hurst in the hole here. For the Tommies, 0-1. Grounder, and that's just oh no, didn't get the tag. Olson pleading that she got it, but I guess not. Reached out. That's in the rare situation where the throw to first is probably the easier out. Olson thought she had it. I guess not. That'll go down as an E4. It really will go down as it is an error as Lyson gets over to third. Workin will get on due to the, I guess you'd say, the fielder's choice in that respect. Lyson getting over to second on the fielding error. Drew Schwab out to left, and the left fielder hauls it in to send us to a 6. A lot of action, but no runs in that inning. As we go to the top of the 6, again, no runs off of one hit. There was one error, no earned runs, and there were 2 left on base. Score remains the same as we go to the top of the 6, 7-0. Thompson with the lead over Grafton. The Nodak Insurance Company agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
Top of the 6 on yourliveevent.com. Thompson 7, Grafton 0 on the Nodak Insurance Company, agent Grand Forks and Lakota scoreboard. Tommies looking to put together win number 13 on the year. Would match Mayport CG, most wins in the regular season, region-wise. Mayport CG right now, they're taking on Central Cass. Swing and a miss. Count goes to 0-1 to Shop. Center fielder number 13, 0-1 pitch. I don't even know if she was ready for that pitch yet. Count goes to 1-1. Schwabe wasting no time here in the circle. 1-1 pitch. That's a little roller that time. Now 2-1. Siri Olsen on deck, and Berg in the hole here. For the Spoilers, 2-2. Schwabe's day, pretty impressive. 7 strikeouts. Just 1 hit allowed. This is really to start the game. That's fouled back. Struck out the side in the second. Nearly did the same in the third as that's fouled back as well. Two-two pitch. Slow high, ball 3. I believe this will be the longest battle of the day for a Grafton batter. Pitch number 8. And she earns the first walk of the day. Given up by Sydney Schwabe. Brings in Siri Olsen, the shortstop. Senior number 4. Right-handed batter, 1 for 2 with a base hit back in the first. No spoiler has gotten to second base, or to a third base, I should say, yet today. Pitch to strike for Siri Olsen, 0-1. So just 1 runner in scoring position. That was Claire Olsen. Grounder off of Drew Schwab's glove at second. And the E4 will allow a Shop to get over to second and Siri Olsen to get aboard. Second error of the day for the Tommies. 2 runners on now. As now up for the Spoilers, Haley Berg. Catcher number 24. First pitch is a strike. Low but caught the zone. Count to 0-1. Nicole Johnson on deck and Emma Hagen in the hole here for the Spoilers. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Throw back to first. Tag is not in time, but a good idea from Hendrickson. And now Chandler wants a quick conversation. As again, Berg settles back into the box. 0-2 pitch, a little low, 1-2. Berg, 1-2 pitch. Roller that time, got away. Runners will move. There's now at second and third. Siri Olsen over to second and Shop to third. First spoiler. Third base all day. 2-2 here now. Berg sends it to the wall. Grafton will avoid the shutout there. One will come home, and two will come home as well. A 2 RBI double for Haley Berg to keep the game going. Brings in Shop and Siri Olsen. Again, outside of that 15-0 defeat at the hands of Mayport CG, the Spoilers have scored at least 4 runs in every game this year. It's Matt Chandler coming into the circle here now. For the Tommies. Schwabe's going to stay out there to pitch. And again, let's add 2 on the scoreboard there. For Grafton. Off a walk, an error, and a hit. The Spoilers back in the ball game here. About an hour into this one. Nicole Johnson. First pitch is a strike. Count goes 0-1. Schwabe, 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. And Johnson 0 for 2 with a pair of flyouts, 1 to left and 1 to center. 0-2 pitch, that's outside now, 1-2 as Tommy's in search of the first out there of the top of the 6th. Again, Grafton's only been shut out once this season of Mayport CG. There's the pitch, it's foul. Count remains in 1-2. As for the Thompson Tommies, they have shut out teams 3 times. A 1-0 win at Central Cass being among them. It's fouled back again. Count remains at 1-2. Also a 31-0 win over Northern Lights here, and a 10-0 victory over Belva Drake Adamus at the midseason madness. Grounder over to short, toss to first. That's tight and got it. Runner does advance to third. It is the first out of the inning. Bringing in now Emma Hagen. Hagen 0 for 2. Ground out and a strikeout. It's Courtney Hernandez there down the third base line. Head coach for the Spoilers, giving the sign there to Hagen. First pitch, Hagen sings it foul down the first base line. Count goes 0-1. Olsen on deck. Claire Olsen, that is. Fredrickson in the hole there for the Spoilers. Thompson will end their season back here tomorrow against Hillsborough Central Valley. Pitches the ball. Count goes to 1-1. Schwabe, the 1-1 pitch. Grounder 2-1. Two-one pitch. Hagen. Pass Schwabe and through the infield for a base hit. RBI single there for Hagen. And that brings home Berg. Makes it 7-3. This is now Claire Olsen. Olsen 0 for 2. Got on due to an error. Back in the 5th. Grafton showing some fight here as the bat's coming alive. Bunt was shown and pulled back. It's a strike count, 2-1-1. Previously, the Spoilers only got 4 batters up in a half inning. Twice as Collings able to snag that one. I thought it might drop, but Colling covered just enough ground and it sailed just enough out. Fly out to left for the second out of the inning. Runner remains at first and brings in Addison Fredrickson. 0 for 2, a pair of strikeouts on the game. Hagen hangs at first right now. First pitch is a strike, 0-1. Schwabe with a strikeout in every inning so far since the second. Going to keep that stretch going. And that off at third. Toss from short to first will not be in time. Infield error there, allowing Frederickson to get aboard. Hagen moves over to second. All of a sudden, Grafton clawing their way back into this one. As Daigle there fouls it down the third base line. On deck for the Spoilers is Reese Olson. She did fill in after the injury to Johnner. Back in the fifth. As that one will drop for a base hit. Runner's going to come around to try and score, and she will. RBI single there for Daigle there. Hagen scores. Daigle there advancing to second on the throw home. Frederickson all the way to third. All of a sudden now it's 7-4 and the tying run is at the dish. This game is far from over. First pitch is high and gets away, and now 7-5. Off the wild pitch. Grafton 5 runs, all in this 6. Daigle there over to third as again Reese Olson. Comes in to bat there. She's head of the count here 1-0, and that's all 9 batters for Grafton in this inning. And the count goes to 1-1 as Hendrickson with a quick word to Schwabe there in the circle. 7-5 our score here in the top of the 6. Again, was 7-0 coming in. 2 outs on the board, a runner at third. The tying run of the dish. Pitch to strike, count goes to 1-2. Schwabe, the 1-2 pitch. Went inside, 2-2. And this game, no impact on the playoff standings, but certainly got to feel good for Grafton as the confidence is brewing. And Reese Olson in her first at-bat gets a RBI single to make it a 1-run game. Daigle there will score. And that brings in Shop, who started the batting with a walk. First pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 0-1. Tying run now at first and 2 outs. Pitch is a strike as well, 0-2. 6 runs in the 6th for Grafton. They're proving they will definitely have a chance in the region tournament. Starting with the play-in games later this week. 1-2 pitch, strike 3. Shop goes down looking 8th strikeout of the game for Sydney Schwabe. But Grafton rallies big time with 6 runs off of 1, 2, 3 hits. There were also a couple of errors. Of the 6 runs, 4 of them were earned, and there was 1 left on base. So again, 3 hits, 2 errors. Of course, the 3 outs of the 10 batters that were up there, and then there was, I should say 4 hits. That's where I'm missing there. 4 hits there in that inning. Along with a couple of errors, there was a walk, and then the 3 outs. 7-6 through the top of the 6 on YourLiveEvent.com. Bottom of the 6 is Thompson will try to add some insurance. Coming up next.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. This spring has been a trying time, and we may feel everything is out of our control. Please remember to slow down and stay safe this spring. Come home to your families each and every night. Please use this time to make sure your planter is ready to go. Keep downtime to a minimum. When you get into the fields, we are here to help you with any planting issues that may come up. RDK Enterprises, 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Smackaroony in as we start the bottom of the sixth there, as that's going to be Kaya Hurst. The first pitch single. As it was a 7-0 lead for the Tommies. Thompson defense gave up 6 in the 6th. And Schwabe and company will look to keep things going. Schwabe on the game. 3 for 3 with a double and a pair of singles and 2 runs of the 7 driven in. Head of the count here 1-0. Schwabe fouls it back. 1-1. Kurtz on deck. Hendrickson in the hole there. Again, Thompson still holding on to the lead. In a game that just got a whole lot more interesting. A regional semifinal preview here. Count goes to 2-1. And you take a look at that bracket. Mayport CG, top overall seed. Count goes to 3-1. The South or the 3-1. And that'll be a walk drawn there for Schwabe. Hurst over to second. And Schwabe at first brings Marley Kurtz on the day 0 for 2. A fly out to right and a fly out to center. Johnson, first pitch. And that goes into the glove of Fredrickson at first. Fly out to first for the first out of the inning. Brings in Fiona Hendrickson, 0 for 2, got on due to an error. It's a little low, count goes to 1-0. Eliason on deck and Colling in the hole there for the Tommies. 1-0 pitch, a little high now, 2-0. Mentioned the bracket, Mayport CG. Take on the winner of Midway Minto Northern Lights in the quarterfinals. Nelson County Dakota, Pembina County North in the other top half quarterfinal. Those games played at the higher team's home venue. 3-0 is the count. Langdon area Edmore Munich Thompson in a quarterfinal will take on the winner of Grafton and the winner of Carrington Larimore. Only the 4 semifinalists will make it to Grafton for the main event. It's a 4-pitch walk. Schwabe moves over to second now. And that loads the bases. Gebel comes back out to run the bases there for Hendrickson. So Hurst over to third. Schwabe at second. Gebel now at first, and that brings in Cindy Eliason. Our last at bat, a 10-pitch RBI, or 10-pitch single. Count goes to 0-1 there for Eliason with Colleen on deck and Schwab. Andy Schwab in the hole to close out the order again. A 1-pitch. Out there with a chance, and it falls into foul territory. Count goes to 0-2. So again, if both Thompson and Grafton win their home quarterfinals, this would be the semifinal, the second semifinal matchup on Monday afternoon. That's strike 3, just caught the plate that time. Eliason goes down after a 4-pitch walk. Johnson collects a 3-pitch strikeout for the second out of the inning. Bringing now Claire Colling. Colling, the left fielder, number 11. 0 for 2. First pitch is high and inside. 1-0. Bases remain loaded. As the Tommies try to add some insurance before the top of the 7th. An hour, 15 minutes into this one. 1-0 pitch. Colling gets a hold of that, but it goes foul down that third base line. Count goes 1-1. I think maybe hate to say it this way, but since that injury, that's really where Grafton rallied around that injury to right. So maybe gave them some momentum, woke them up a little bit. As Colling with a big hit that time, a 2 RBI single. Allowing Hurst and Schwabe to come home. Hurst their second run of the game. Schwabe with their first run of the contest. Makes it now 9-6. Thompson. Gemmel over to third. Colling with a 2 RBI single, her first hit of the game. So runner goes and grabs the steal. Andy Schwab up to the dish now. Both runners now in scoring position. 2 outs on the board. 1-0 pitch. It's high, 2-0. As we get, now Gemmel looks hurt. And she's helped off. So both teams with an injury here in this one. The starting right fielder for Thompson and a courtesy runner there, or starting right fielder for Grafton and a courtesy runner for Thompson. That was well after the play at third. Not entirely sure what happened with that one. Third base remains open here. Gives us an opportunity to, again, remind you, we'll have a regional postseason contest. Region 1, baseball, softball. Region 2, baseball, softball. And Region 3, baseball, all on yourliveevent.com. As well, Hendrickson's going to come in there at third. With 2 outs on the board. I wonder if she has to report before they can add another courtesy runner there. And again, Gemmel helped off with an injury. And so Hendrickson comes back in to run the base there at third. So Andy Schwab, who's ahead of the count here now 2-0. Hendrickson now at third. And Colling over at second. There's a strike. Count goes 2-1. Andy Schwab. Johnson, 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. With Warkin, top of the order on deck, and Drew Schwab with the hole. That would be all 9 batters this inning. For the Tommies, scored a couple more to increase their lead back up to 3 as that's low and away. Ball 4, a walk drawn by Andy Schwab. Second of the game she's drawn. And bases loaded, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Brings in Maya working on the game. 1 for 3 with a base hit. First pitch, a strike, a 1 there to Warkin. Drew Schwab on deck there for the Tommies. Good opportunity for Thompson to really surge ahead once again as Warkin pops it up, and Fredrickson has it to end the inning. 2 more runs come across for the Tommies off of 2 hits. There were no errors. Both runs were earned, and there were 3 left on base. Bases loaded, 6. Top of the
Not everyone can get Secret Service level protection, but with Irie Insurance you can. You see, we've got your back, protecting homes, vehicles, businesses, crops, and so much more. Ensuring you've got the protection you need and all your questions answered faster than you can say classified information. Get protected. Get Irie Insurance. Go to IrieInsurance.com for a free quote and consultation.
Are you dreaming of building or remodeling your dream home? This is Sonia from the Lighting Gallery, and we can help you from the time you start that dream to the time that your last fixture is hung in your room. We can come out to your house and do an in-home lighting design, picking out fixtures, working within your budget, working within your style, and putting together a full lighting package for you that makes your house feel like a home. If you're building, you're remodeling, visit us at the Lighting Gallery, located at 3622 South Washington Street in Grand Forks.
First pitch popped out and an out. Abby Olson claims it there. We go now to the top of the 7th with now 1 down. As that was Siri Olson, the leadoff batter. Brings in Haley Berg. Berg on the day, 1 for 3, a 2 RBI double, really catapulted things. Attempted comeback for Grafton. The pitch now 2-0. Cindy Schwabe still with a pretty impressive day. Despite that 6th inning, as Berg out to the outfield for a base hit. Back-to-back for Berg. Again, Grafton needs just 3 to keep the game going. Nicole Johnson, tough day for her today, 0 for 3. A couple of flyouts and a ground out. The runner on first and 1 down here in the top of the 7th. Schwabe, first pitch. Johnson swings and misses 0-1. Hoggins on deck and Claire Olson in the hole here for the Spoilers. Again, the host team for the Region 2 Girls Softball Tournament. Strike number 2. Count goes 0-2 there to Johnson. Ball 1. Schwabe the 1-2 pitch. As that gets over Hurst's glove, it's short. Now runners at first and second. As that'll... And we get a courtesy runner coming in there for Grafton. It's a number 10. There for the Spoilers, Garcia. Don't have the first name there. Apologies for that, but Ms. Garcia comes into run. M. Garcia there for the Spoilers. Hagen swinging a miss there. Count goes 0-1. Hagen on the day is 1 for 3, an RBI single in the 6th. A 1 pitch. Popped up. Hendrickson, Olson. Oh, Olson runs into the fence. Just ran out of real estate that time. Count goes 0-2 as Claire Olson on deck. Addison Fredrickson in the hole. Update on Gemmel's situation. It's an asthma attack that flared up. That's why it was kind of late there. So luckily I believe she got the medicine she needs. And that's certainly something that can be treated and good to go for the next game. That's another hit there. And we got a run. 9-7. 1 out on the board. Berg goes to third. Berg will score. Johnson's courtesy runner and Garcia goes to second. And Hagen on the RBI single goes to first. Matt Chandler with another circle conference. 1 down, 9-7 lead here in the top of the 7th. Again, Sydney Schwabe has pitched the entire game, and she'll stay in there. Drew Schwab, the other pitcher, trying to hold back a little bit with a minor injury right now. trying to make sure it's not a major injury. As now one out on the board, runners at first and second, so Hagen over at first is the tying run. Claire Olson comes up, pops it out, and that is a fly out to center, or fly out to right, excuse me. For the second out of the inning. Brings in now Addison Frederickson, got on due to an infield error in the sixth and scored one of 6 runs for Grafton. Spoilers trying to rally late. Again, this is a important game to look at for the future as Schwabe's first pitch is a strike. 0-1 to Frederickson. As, again, with the 4 regions, it's not just the region champion that makes it, it's the runner-up that, or state qualifiers say, that makes it as well. Frederickson laces a hit. Runner's going to go towards home, and Hurst didn't see it in time. As Johnson's courtesy runner, Garcia, will come home to score. Making it now 9-8. The tying run is over at second. Pitch is a roller. Count goes now to 1-0. Swing and a miss now 1-1. To Jocelyn Daigle there. 1-1 pitch, popped up, and calling will end it. I'd say calling will call it there after the top of the 7th. A 9-8 final. With the final half-line score there for the Grafton Spoilers, 2 runs off of 3 hits. Let's see here, 4 hits, I believe. 2 runs off of 4 hits. There were all 4 runs were earned, or all 2 runs were earned. No errors, and there were 2 left on base. Final score here on the Nodak Insurance Company. Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. Thompson defeats Grafton 9-8. Grafton with a good rally, but not quite enough in the end, in a game that lasted just about an hour and a half. We'll take a quick break and come back to close things out next on YourLiveEvent.com.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
I think it's fair to say you pay more now than ever before to operate your vehicles. We've got some relief. I'm Chris Moen with Nodak Insurance. Our auto customers are driving safer with fewer accidents, and for many that translates into lower premiums. If you're not seeing lower rates with your insurance company, call me to compare. You might save some money, and you will get better service. Call me today at 757-1613 Or stop by one of my locations at 1913 South Washington in Grand Forks or 207 Main Street in Dakota.
Final here on the Nodak Insurance Company. Agent Chris Moen, Grand Forks and Dakota scoreboard. Thompson led 7-0. Grafton scores 8 of the last 10 runs, but not quite enough as the Tommies pick up a win here. Again, 9-8 is the final score. Thompson with the win. They move to 13-7 overall among region games, 8-2. Grafton falls to 6-4 overall. 5-2 among region games. Stats and storyline of the game here for you. Again, Thompson scored the first 7 runs of the game, 1 in the first, 2 in the second, and 4 in the fourth inning. Along that point, they took advantage of 9 of their 12 hits in those first 4 innings. Looked like they were going to get a 10-run, but after no scoring in the 5th, Grafton rallies, scores 6 runs in the 6th. With off of 4 hits, took advantage of a couple of Thompson errors as well to make it a 7-6 game. Thompson would add 2 more in the 6th to make it 9-6. Grafton would add 2 more in the 7th, make it 9-8. But a couple of flyouts really killed the momentum there for Grafton as they were trying to create a comeback victory. 90-minute win there for the Thompson Tommies. Individual stat leaders, we'll start with the road squad. Grafton, Siri Olsen finishes the game at 1 for 4 with a base hit and a run scored. Haley Berg finishes the game 2 for 4, a double, a single, and 2 runs batted in, including 2 runs scored herself. Nicole Johnson finished 1 for 4 with a base hit, allowing a run to come home and score. Emma Hagen finishes 2 for 4 with a pair of RBI singles. Claire Olsen finishes the game at 0 for 4. Addison Fredrickson 1 for 4 with a base hit, RBI single. Jocelyn Dagoldare finishes 1 for 4 as well with an RBI single. And as well, there for the spoilers, Emma Johnner, who was injured in the 5th inning with an ankle injury. She was 0 for 2. Reese Olsen, who took her place, 1 for 1 with a base hit, RBI single. And Matthias Schopp finished the game at 0 for 2 with a walk drawn and a run scored. For Thompson, individual stats, Maya Workin finishes 1 for 3 with a 1 for 4 rather with a base hit, walk drawn as well, run scored. Drew Schwab finished the game at 2 for 4 with a pair of singles, 2 runs scored and an RBI. Kaya Hurst finished the game at 3 for 4 with a pair of doubles, 2 RBIs and 2 runs scored, along with a single. Cindy Schwabe finished the game 3 for 3 with a double, pair of singles, and a run scored, and a run driven in, and a walk drawn. Marley Kurtz finished the game 0 for 4. Fiona Hendrickson finished the game at 0 for 3 with a walk drawn. Cindy Eliason 1 for 4 with a single. 10 pitches to get that single, but she certainly got it. Claire Colling 1 for 3, RBI 2 RBI single, and Andy Schwab with a 1 for 2, 2 RBI double, and a pair of walks. And the run scored as well. Pitching statistics: Cindy Schwabe pitched the whole game. First 5 innings were pretty tremendous there for Schwabe. First 5 innings, she collected. There are 7 strikeouts and just 1 hit allowed. 6th inning was a little tough. She gave up 4 hits and as well a walk in that one. Couple of errors on the behind of the defense as well. And she gave up another 4 hits in the 7th. So 8 hits total in those 2 innings. 9 hits total for the game. But again, just 1 walk, I believe. And she finished the game... As I mentioned, 7 strikeouts in the first 5 innings. She collected another one in the 7th. So 8 strikeouts, 9 hits, but 6 earned runs and just 1 walk. For Nicole Johnson, and Johnson pitched the whole game. She only picked up a couple of strikeouts, a smattering of walks, hit batters, allowed 12 hits, and of the 9 runs scored, 8 of them were earned for the Grafton pitching of Nicole Johnson. again, Thompson with the win. They have one game left on the season. They have Hillsborough Central Valley tomorrow. We'll have that one for you on yourliveevent.com. The Tommies go to 13-7. Grafton falls to 6-4, and the Spoilers are done with the regular season. Their next game won't be until Saturday. They'll take on the winner of Larimore and Carrington in a quarterfinal contest up in Grafton. Let's finish things off here with our play and player of the game. We'll go play first. RDK Enterprises Precision Play of the Game. RDK Enterprises Hillsborough and Drayton. Precision planning updates, questions, comments. RDK Enterprises here to help in Hillsborough and Drayton. Wishing everyone a happy planting season. Precision play of the game, really for me. I would say, really just it didn't result in a win, but Grafton to keep the game going. It was Haley Berg with the top of the six, a 2 RBI double. Again, kept Grafton in the game. That point looked like Thompson was going to get a 10-run rule. Again, didn't result in a win for the Spoilers, but exactly what Coach Hernandez wanted, which was for her batters to come alive a little bit, and they did. And that could be scary coming back, because if Grafton performed this well at Thompson's home place, Grafton's going to be home next time around. Could be a different story, and that might be trouble for Thompson if Grafton can continue to keep that momentum going into the tournament. Of course, lots of things have to happen before those two teams meet. But we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Let's get to our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. At Enbridge, life takes energy. Enbridge.com for career opportunities. Player of the game, even though she had a tough couple of innings in the pitcher's circle, Cindy Schwabe was tremendous both in the batter's box and in the circle. 5 innings, 7 strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed. And she was 3 for 3 at the batter's box as well, with a single and a double and an RBI. Drew a walk, scored a run as well, and good stuff there. So Cindy Schwabe is our player of the game, presented by Enbridge Energy. And we'll keep it here as we'll bring, I believe, Matt Chandler in for a quick post-game comment. Let's turn the camera around. And keep turning, and there's Matt. All right. Well, Matt, again, it was a, I'm going to turn around just a little bit more there. Zoom out just a little bit. Well, Matt, it was a crazy game. You thought maybe, I don't want to use the phrase had it in the bag, but you thought you might have had it in the bag, and then Grafton comes, and then they proved that they're being a worthy opponent.
Yeah, we were kind of rolling there, and we knew we couldn't take anything for granted. And you start the 5th inning with a walk, or 6th inning with a walk and an error, and things kind of snowballed there for a little bit, but we stuck with it.
Cindy Schwab, got to give her commendations there with great 5 innings of work. First 5 innings, 7 strikeouts, just 1 hit allowed, and she held her composure enough in the game to give her the win in the end.
Yeah, she's an ultimate competitor. She's played sports her whole life, all seasons, and she knows what it takes. I wasn't worried about where she was at, but we just got to make more plays.
I know kind of a tough situation there. I think Layla Gelmo and Asthma Attack had to come out, and but she was running the bases well for the Tommies today.
Yeah, she's doing all right, but definitely a scary moment there, and I think she's back to herself now.
You look at your team's offensive performance, there's really, on the offensive side, there's not a lot of holes, not a lot of weak spots there, but you mentioned just cleaning things up, not making those silly mistakes that maybe you're making at the start of the season. A couple of errors really also allowed Grafton to stay in the game.
Yeah, we had competitive at-bats, and especially with runners in scoring position, and found a way to get on. And, it's just like we've talked about before, it's just not letting one mistake turn into 2 or 3, and we did a little bit of that today, but hopefully we got it out of our system.
Matt, you've got Hillsborough Central Valley coming here to close out the season tomorrow. What do you want to see in the final game of the regular season?
Play a complete game, 7 innings and make plays and have good at-bats and throw strikes and get us ready for Saturday.
Matt Chandler joining us here on our post-game comments. Matt, thanks for the time, and best luck tomorrow against Hillsborough Central Valley.
Thank you very much.
And we will turn that camera around there one last time. As you can see, the sky's starting to clear up a little bit there in Thompson. The JV is getting ready to go here. Thanks to Matt for the time there to share his comments on the game. Again, the final score on that Nodak Insurance Company, Grand Forks, Dakota agent Chris Moen scoreboard. Thompson 9, Grafton 8. Tommies pick up the win there against the Spoilers. Spoilers close out their season at 6-4. The Tommies 13-7. We'll host again Hillsborough Central Valley tomorrow on yourliveevent.com. Chase Miller will be on the call there for you. As the Burros and Tommies will meet. This game was supposed to happen, I think, twice and got postponed. But tomorrow is going to be the day. Hopefully the weather holds for that contest. But outside of that, that'll put a wrap here on this one. From all of us here at yourliveevent.com, for our executive producer Mark Forseth, marketing director Jim Burkmeyer, Magic Video Man Jack Albee, as well as Brandon Mickelson in the Halstead Telephone Company office, and all the voices led by our co-sportscaster of the year and Chase Miller. From all of us here at yourliveevent.com, I'm James Martin saying we will see you again tomorrow for the regular season finale. Girls softball, at least for Thompson. We got some more games this week, and then postseason coming as well. Northeast Region Track and Field right now scheduled for Friday. Hopefully the weather holds for that, and we'll be back here Saturday as well for Langdon area, Edmore, Munich, and Thompson. Should be a great contest on yourliveevent.com. Check out our full schedule on yourliveevent.com. Until then, enjoy this beautiful weather. Region 2 girls softball fans, show some pride.